even started yet.
Well, I mean, like, just do it. Just do the intro.
Just do it.
Come on.
This is like,
welcome. No, there's watch. Yeah.
okay. This
Ross,
is like,
let him speak.
Yeah. No, I'm letting him speak. Come on.
Okay, sorry, my bad. Sorry, I thought you were
no,
going to
sorry.
say something.
Yeah, no, he's gonna do it now.
Yep, no serious face. This is Heimdall's Watch, brought to you by Isolated City Gaming. You guys,
You're not supposed to laugh. You're not supposed to laugh. You're supposed to get it clean.
Yeah, James, good one.
When last we saw our heroes,
we're swimming around in a large underground lake that has sewage draining into it, and then out of it at the other end, there are internment camps along the shoreline that are filled with Gesserit civilians.
Citizens.
Not necessarily all civilians, but definitely all citizens. Maybe a couple of illegals. I don't know. We haven't decided that yet.
damn, this shit got political.
Are
Are the children in the cages?
little cages off to the side.
Oh man.
Separate
From the parents.
Oh man. Oh man.
They haven't built the wall because no one's paid for it yet.
I got complicated
That's
feelings.
okay.
But hey,
There's-
make Gesserit great again.
Ice troopers are doing Nazi salutes. Everything's fine.
And the bits of the wall that do exist flew over because it's made of fucking cardboard. And
But
it's
at
a
least
fucking
Mexico paid for it.
Because the writer of reality is a hack.
All got a really good sense of humour.
So back to our, bright and colourful fantasy world.
Alright, so yeah, internment camps, individuals are being taken out individually, and, well, you haven't seen one come back.
But they did
We
go
know
with
what
one.
happens
You do-
with them.
You did follow one of these in the disguise of a fish person and a mouse.
I catfished them.
You did actually catfish them.
Oof.
Oof. What?
Oof.
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 He was like winded by how good that joke was.
There you go.
Hey, oof.
Oof.
You dealt with that group and found out there was more coming down the hallway in larger numbers.
Well, that's right. And
For
you've
no
gone
reason
mad.
whatsoever.
I've gone mad. I blew one up with magic, and then I went mad, and now I think I'm a pirate.
A Goliath pirate.
Goliath pirate. And then I blew up a bunch of them with brain magic.
Yep.
And then Benson.
And then someone stepped around the corner who obviously you recognise as Benson.
My old mate Benson.
Yep.
Old Benseroo.
Actually, mate's quite correct in that term. Especially as you as a pirate captain thing. Mate's
What?
like a
Arr.
ship term.
Oh.
Yar, mateys, and mate.
Okay, I thought you meant a sex thing.
Oh, it could be.
Or maybe.
Oh,
Well,
maybe.
guess the night's young.
Whatever.
Time to Roger the cabin boy.
I mean, going by what you know,
What?
going by what you know of that Goliath.
Yeah,
that's-
I know.
He
method.
knows.
You know. Yeah, I do.
And now he's particularly confident about it. Even more so than
No,
before.
Benson.
Hello.
So, we are in that scene. Benson has come around the corner and it's like... And has basically just said, oh,
You're right. I should stop this life of invading the city. Goodbye, everyone.
it's
Benson.
you.
It's that Spider-Man scene where they both point at each other.
You
Acting
you don't
out
want,
is
you
really
sure you don't
good
want
in
to
a
pick up in another one of
podcast.
the scenes and give me a minute to sort of adjust into this new reality?
James.
Hi.
You are...
I was back downstairs
You were
by the
down
shoreline,
on the shore.
running
And-
around internment camp, setting fires,
Yep.
setting off smoke bombs.
And you have basically set off essentially a mini riot prison break from
Yes.
one of the three cages.
Yes.
What are you doing now?
Yeah. Okay, so they're
Ross.
in their smoke cloud fighting with
Yep.
that group of fish folk. And have I seen more fish folk coming down yet from
Yep.
the... Okay. Has anyone noticed me yet? Do a perception
you know what?
or...
You do a perception to see if anyone's noticed you, and I'll do a thing to see if they're distracted from the fucking melee that's happening within.
17.
You see the ones that you see a small, basically a small platoon of Kuatoa. This is, I think I mentioned that name before.
Fishy folk.
Fish folk, come running down from one of the hallways that are built into the
Yes.
into the side of the cave wall, and they are basically making a beeline straight for the large melee that's happening amongst the smoke cloud.
Okay.
They are not paying you much attention because
Okay.
there are let's say bigger fish to fry.
Yes. There's a bigger distraction than just little old me.
What are you doing?
Well, they're gonna pay attention to me. I'm going to blow my horn of Valhalla to summon 3d4 plus 3 berserkers.
Yeah.
Ooh. It was like
I have
kazoo
d4s
sound.
somewhere. I have 1 d4. I have 2 d4s. That's a start.
Okay.
Shit. That's only 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get 8 warrior spirits from Valhalla. And I've got their stat.
I was about to say, do you have them as a companion
Yes,
option?
I do.
Yay, because I was about to add them as a companion option onto your sheet anyway.
Berserkers. Sorry, so they appear within 60 feet of me.
Yep.
So how far away is the new group of
Uh,
fishfolk?
within 60 feet.
Okay, they're going to appear around them and charge in.
Alright. I'm not going to have this rolling damage. It's basically just going to be another fucking grand melee.
Okay, there's another grand melee of 8 berserkers.
Now I remember how we got onto this tangent. Right. So now you've got one group which is dealing with the guards,
Yes.
a group of berserkers that is dealing with the new
Fishfolk.
platoon of fish folk.
Yes. That was my action.
Meanwhile, what else are you doing?
Oh,
This
sorry.
is not
Okay,
turn-based.
this isn't in thingy.
This is
thingy,
not indicative
thingy,
order. This
thingy.
is
Okay. Are there people around the middle cage?
for the
Maybe?
most part.
Is the middle one? Have they been
Any
distracted?
of the guards that were sort of associated around the other ones have joined that first large melee. They're basically
Excellent.
trying to contain the prison break in the first of the internment cases.
Then I will be running over to the middle one and using prestidigitation to start setting it on fire.
Okay. All right, you're going to spend a little bit of time doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
because prestidigitation is
Yes.
this starting fires.
It's a torch
yeah,
fire, basically.
So you're
yeah.
basically just like you're lighting up.
starting to
fires.
set fires onto it to start weakening the structure.
All right, Team Benson.
Yeah, Team Benson.
What do you do to react to Benson coming around the corner and and saying, "Oh, it's you"?
Oh, it's you. I'm not sure if you remember us meeting before. I'm Leland.
I know who you are.
Well, good. I mean, there's so many pleasantries we could get out of the way, but I feel it might just be best if we what's the word I'm looking for?
He starts walking up towards you, and it's just
I point Roderick. I was vamping, to sort of distract. I point Roderick.
Yep.
I cast a spell.
Cast a spell.
I cast Blight
Mm-hmm.
on Benson. He makes a Con 19 saving throw.
With a natural 20, he passes.
Oof. I mean, squeak.
Oops.
And he just keeps walking towards you. And he's just sort of like,
He takes half damage on a failed save. Roll. Wait, is he undead?
no.
Okay. I just read the spell, but it has no effect on undead. Whoops. He takes half damage, so... sorry, I've got the thing here. 9d8. Do I halve one of the dice for that?
Sorry?
It's 9d8. Do I roll the 9d8 then halve
And
it?
then half the total.
Bear with me a moment. That's 13. 26.
26 plus.
No, sorry, I got that wrong. Sorry. You're good. It's no, it was 26. Sorry, yeah. Plus 9.
35.
35. Uh, 45. 51. So 59, halve that down to 20, 27. 27. 59. Down
59 is 29 rounded down.
Just 1 on
It's just
60.
shy of
Oh, yeah,
60,
sorry. Yeah. 29 points of damage.
Alright.
Is he dead?
Is he dead? Yeah, and is he a plant creature or a magical plant?
He's not.
Okay, well.
He could have become...
Close though, I mean...
Necromantic energy washes over the target of your choice you can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. I imagine he's got a lot of moisture.
He's very
Where
moist.
he's from. Not anymore.
Not as moist, still make a pretty good cake.
Less moist.
Make a pretty good cake.
Mary Berry approved.
And I'm like, ha! What does he do? What does he do with the necromantic energy?
Okay.
Does he feel this thing between us? Necromantic shouldn't be a word.
No. But it is,
Can't
and we'll have
spell-
to live with it.
Can't
God
spell
damn you,
necromantic
9/11.
without romantic.
Ah, that's true.
That's actually true. He's just sort of like
My Chemical
he lets it
Necromance.
wash over him and just sort of like he stops for a moment, just like shakes it off and just starts walking towards you. It's just like
Yeah, I've got more of that.
It
It's
brought
like-
you closer.
I've got more of that.
hands up like this, and just sort of walking towards you, like
These are the palms of my hand.
just like palms towards you, just showing both his hands.
Is he still in the hallway?
Yeah.
I'm sort of in the room.
Yeah.
He's coming through the door.
Yeah. If you don't mind, we can.
No, stop. Stop there. I'm in charge here, not you.
Oh no, this is nothing like that. You, if anything, we are. What would the word be?
Beholden?
Co-workers?
I mean, no, that doesn't sound right at all.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
I can do that. Oof, oof. It's a 24.
All right.
It's a good one.
Now, Mr. King.
I rolled
Yes.
a 20. I rolled a 19.
Squeak. How much of this can I see and hear?
Pretty much all of it. You're right there with him.
Excellent.
I thought you left.
That's also like went down.
You went down.
Down the hallway.
Then probably
Is it
very
with-
little.
Could cast a little bank spell. So there's people that he.
I did
originally
blow
cast-
shit up. I did do a
You did see
mental
big-
explosion.
yeah, that would have had some sound and
So-
noise, and the sound of a bunch of fish people.
So
like,
them all dead.
And if you were there for that, you would have taken the damage from it.
They
So
weren't
they're
dead. They were
they're not
just
dead, but
kind of
they're at this
incapacitated.
point here. They are just like standing aside and letting Benson through.
Okay, I'm going to sneak up. I guess behind and just kind of. Okay, what the fuck's going on? So I don't mind rolling a sneaky check.
Yep, definitely roll snake.
Sneak. 21.
that's with your mouse stats, remember?
Oh yeah, not 21.
Questions as to how your mouse form could be less stealthy than your.
I'm a bit curious about that too myself, but here's what it is. Here's what it is.
You're
No,
a loud
y-
squeaker.
You're not used to your little mouse claws. knocking things over with your tail.
It's true.
So I just don't know where my spells. Sorry, because I think the mouse is like way less dexterous than the. Oh, here we go. It's an extras, of course it makes sense.
Yeah.
Very smart though.
It keeps your
Mental traits.
int, whiz, and charisma. So you're a charismatic rat.
12 and add my proficiency bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still get my double proficiency bonus in stealth, or is this like as a rogue?
We talked about this last week. We have no idea if they've
Okay.
ever catered for the idea of a multi-classing rogue druid.
Okay,
Because
so
it's madness.
it is
madness, I say.
so it's either 16
Uh-huh.
or 22. I think that is a huge asterisk.
I believe since it's a physical ability, I'm going to say that you get your proficiency on that. If it was, no, sorry, you wouldn't. You would get if it was a mental ability, you would get your proficiency in it. But since it's a physical one, it's relying on your mouse.
You
body,
haven't
do not get it.
trained to be stealthy while a mouse.
It's like a mouse.
doing little chin ups and stuff.
Little mouse sneeze.
What was that?
It was the cutest little sneeze. Okay, so for the 16. Okay. You start sneaking along, and you basically see this corridor of
I was just going to clarify. Like I'm not like going through all the people. Just like kind of.
Yep.
Still the back.
You see down the hallway is essentially a corridor of Kuotoa that is sort of against each wall, just a line down each wall, just basically back to the wall, allowing someone you can see from behind to walk towards Leland.
Cool.
And they are standing there. Well, even though a few of them you can see are sort of in some physical pain, they are standing essentially at attention, in sort of a level of obeisance to the person that is walking down between them.
Gross.
Cool.
The word has a meaning beside that.
No.
And you see that Leland is standing there with Roderick at the ready. There's a little bit of like vapor coming off the end of Roderick's face.
Do you want me to like a perception, see what I can kind of make out in here, or?
You're close enough to just hear what's
Okay,
going
cool.
on at this point. Like you see someone walking towards him, and you see them from behind.
Yep, cool.
As far as you can see, basically they're average human height.
And it's like 16 dudes, 12 dudes, fish people.
It
was a fair few.
You said it was a dozen.
There's a dozen. Yeah,
Dozen,
that's right. I was trying to remember that. Yeah. So you're basically got roughly about six down each side. As you're sneaking up as well, you can see there is another small unit coming down the hallway as well.
Why is there always more?
Because we're in their
That
base.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's on us. That one's on us.
Benson just sort of keeps walking up to you, like hands up where you can see them, and just walking towards you. And just,
Before he comes into the room, while he's still like walking through the hallway,
yep.
I will say I think that's close enough, and I will cast web
Oh, yep.
on the hallway,
Yep.
filling it with a sticky webbing.
There's what sort of save is that?
When you start your turn in it, you make a Dex 13 to see if you're restrained or not.
Okay, sweet.
So they just fill that hallway with web.
Yep.
With web.
He sort of just stops still, just sort of looks casually around this sort of.
And if they
Webbing
fail the
that's-
save, then there's a strength check, which is harder.
He sort of looks around the webbing on the floor, and
I'm imagining as well that the web, he sort of like wraps his cloak around him, and it sort of comes out of like all the corners of the web.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not actually casting that. That's coming out of my cape.
Yep. Benson sort of looks around, looks at this sort of the situation that you've got him caught in, and just sort of looking at his hands again, he just sort of like raises them up a little bit more, up over the top of his head like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then just vanishes.
Uh-huh. Ah.
That's cheating.
I was gonna fuck him up.
Now, how do mice go in webs?
Well, it wasn't a web, I guess.
Oh, you're not in the hallway?
No,
And-
not actually like because that
You hear like two
like the hallway,
foot, like boots,
they're all
like
there, so
just
Oh, yeah.
land on the cobblestones behind you.
Ugh.
You'd probably sort of say maybe about 10 feet behind you. And you just hear a voice behind you. It's like, could you get the door?
Alright, that's how this is playing out, I suppose. Leland closes the door. I'm not terribly
Can
impressed
you
by
give me
your
Can you
teleportation.
give me another wisdom save, please?
Oh, trying that old chestnut again.
This is just a thing that happens at the end of his turn.
No, that was a bad one. that was a 7.
no, I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, he's rolling a bunch of dice.
That's what you needed, 7.
That is 13 psychic damage.
Oh, neat. I'm resistant to psychic damage.
You are, so you take half.
I take half, and he takes that as well. Hold on. Let me see. What does he actually take? Sorry.
He takes what essentially.
Thought shield.
Thought shield.
They take the same amount that I do, so that he takes 6 damage as well.
You hear just these like whispers in your head, and
It's getting pretty cramped in that head of his.
yeah, here's the thing.
Not really.
Here's the thing. It's almost has a sound like you're talking like voices down a tunnel. It's echoing around. It's like the same words bouncing around in your head, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards.
I'm imagining since there's a thought shield and everything, and I'd like feel it sort of bounce off of that. I'm like, it's a neat trick with the psychic there.
It's the gift you bestowed upon me.
So there you go, talking about bestowed and co-workers.
Did you get the door?
Yeah.
Yep. Close the door.
Shut the door.
You see the door sort of close in front of you, and as we already established, that is a pretty well sealed door. So sound is basically you hear the sound of just like Leland talking as he closes
Well,
the
as a
door.
rat,
and
I have
there's,
no
like,
object permanent, so I guess it's gone.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, wasn't the handle broken and that door really hard to open?
Yeah.
I busted it up good. So we're currently in a room with like a bunch of dead fishmen and
a dead human.
half human turning into fishman. Yeah, right.
I'll head down the hallway. I guess like,
Aquaman.
oh, I guess he's dead. It's like, oh, can't do anything here. Guess I'll wander down and... Is that smoke?
As you start moving away and down the hallway,
I'll wait for
the fish folk basically just all like turn and face down the corridor away from the door and just basically form up ranks guarding this door. And the front two, because they're basically in pairs all the way down, like crouch down a little bit and get their spears sort of at the ready. It's all very regimented. You've seen military movements. You've obviously seen
Oh,
Thor.
have I?
You've seen Thor's
Hammerheads.
hammerheads basically walking in lockstep and so forth. Like this is trained military drill.
I'll allow it.
James,
Hi.
That's your name.
what is Poppet doing at this point?
I just remembered, you mentioned they actually had really simple latches on the gates of the
Yeah.
things. So yeah, I'll just open that gate if
Yeah,
I
you don't
can.
need to burn these things
Yeah.
down. The
I
only-
still
only-
can if I want
Oh
to.
yeah, sure as fuck can. The only reason that these weren't just opened up by the prisoners is because every time anyone came near the door, they got hit
The
with
guards.
sharp sticks.
Yes. I'll open and let people out. And I've got some knives. I'll give people some knives.
Yeah.
Here, have a knife.
It's like, oh, hey, sir, have a knife. Have a knife. Oh, little child. Oh,
Here's a dart.
Here's a little knife.
Yeah, little knives, little darts. Sharing is caring. Come on, out you go. And then I guess I have to go back to the first one, which was also enveloped in a smoke cloud.
Yep.
And are there people at the first one?
At the first one, basically, they sort of like
Yeah,
rallied against the walls
they
and
were.
basically just charged the walls down. So that fight is.
Oh, that was the third
Oh,
one.
sorry. You get to, basically all three of them. You can just sort of get around and open
excellent,
up.
excellent. And I assume I'll run out of spare knives so they can work with
So,
sticks.
yeah, you only have a few. You're not an infinite supply of knives. You're not a knife bomb.
Do you need
No.
1,000 ball bearings? I've got a lot of ball bearings.
Yeah, I
You've
think you've only
given
got
me
like
10.
997 left.
Oh,
I've got
no.
10 of yours, actually.
Oh, there we go. Got 990 left. At max.
You are sneaking down.
Yes.
Roll it. Sure are. You sneak your way down. You are basically heading down, and you do smell fire. You smell smoke coming up the hallway. You hear the sounds of
Fire!
Can't believe it.
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark.
No, you can't leave me alone. You know this happens.
That's true.
Every time you leave them alone, shit gets burnt down.
To be fair, this is on Leland.
Okay, look, your options
It's
right
okay,
now are
I'm a
leaving
police officer.
leaving Poppet alone and Firestart, or leaving Leland alone and, I don't know,
City invasion start.
Elder Gods getting invoked?
You know what? I reckon those cages look pretty good to me, to be honest, when I sit the rest of the war at the POW.
Close the door behind yourself, just, yeah.
I'll just write out the rest of this in Auschwitz.
Look, it was either an Allied prison camp or the enemy prison camp, so it's...
More gruel, sir.
So far, fishfolk have been kinder to you. Yeah.
Fancy your boot polishing, Mr. Himmler.
It'll be like that horrible show about the German prisoners of war camp, Hogan's Heroes.
Poor Colonel Clink.
I was trying to think of a joke answer to that, but I'm pretty sure
Hogan!
I'm pretty sure Hogan's Heroes was the joke answer to that.
Yeah.
I was going to try and make some sort of reference to maybe some sort of show about NASA. But I got nothing. I can't think of a show that was about NASA. What?
Nothing. I've got nothing.
It's
There's
historically
no
correct.
human to be had here. Move on.
Stop digging. Alright.
I just realized these people can't see in the dark. Well, some of these people can't see in the
Well,
dark.
good thing you provided some light for him.
Yeah.
That's why you lit all the fires.
If there's spare time, I'll start making torches and lighting them and handing them out to
If
people.
there's spare time in this melee, I do believe I'll set up shop. The money's not to be made in fighting, it's to be made in provisions.
I've got other people fighting. I've got civilians fighting, it's fine.
Puppet has wares if you have coin.
Damn it, I didn't charge anyone.
So I go down the hallway and just see a melee of
Civilians.
civilians.
You
and
see a... How many berserkers?
I have 8 spirits from Valhalla.
You see basically 8. They look Valkyrie-esque.
Yes.
Basically
there's 8
glowing
Sigrins.
yellow-white visages of
Sigrun.
Sigrun, essentially. Sigrin's look. The whole helmeted, breastplated, armoured up female warriors.
Very discreet,
Beating down
bright glow.
fairly successfully a platoon of fish folk.
And then I'm just there with some sticks on fire.
that actually makes sense.
It's a lot of the,
Oh,
it's a lot of the flies out here.
Oh god, for 5 fucking minutes!
well, you know what?
You told me not to do anything.
Piggy's already dead. The conch shellers.
I guess when in Rome, I'd find a spot that's relatively like quiet-ish. Just go back into
Good luck.
well, hidden away. Go back to drow form and just sit there and pick things off and specify picking off the fish people off. I will.
That's like Thomas just standing there
some
like
of
hand
those
torches
civvies
up.
could be your enemies.
Hey?
Some of those civvies could have wronged you.
It's true. So I want to say like 80% of the time, bolts hit fish people.
Look, at this point, I'm not going
No,
to.
I'm not gonna
This
expect
is just a whole
I was
thing.
like, rock up there and go, huh? Yeah, whatever. Win in Rome.
I'm not in Rome.
Not in Rome.
No.
Win in
That's another setting.
Greece. It's Italy.
When you're now home.
Hogarden.
In the room with
England.
Benson.
Hi.
Benson sort of just like beckons you to sort of sit down. It's on this it's basically like a small wooden crate. He's like, "Oops, take a seat," and he sort of waits for you to sit and pulls up this like a small like a half barrel up as well, and sort of sits down across you. And just
I will sift through my pack, and I'm pretty sure I've looted at some point over the course of many adventures a bottle of some kind of spirits or
Yes,
wine.
you literally did that. You took the wine from the caves.
From the last cave into this cave.
Yep.
That whole cave system where Craven's Fall will call it.
I'll pull that out of my pack. I'll bite the cork and pull that out. Spit it across the room. Take a swig, and hand that to Benson.
And he reaches out, grabs, swigs, and like, I missed this. You know what? You know what they give you to drink at the bottom of the ocean?
Is that that's a trick question? I'm guessing.
What do you think?
I mean, like it's seawater, right? How do you drink?
Salt water.
Yeah.
It's always salt water.
I mean,
everything is salt water.
I mean, the logistics of drinking underwater would be just
This
baffling.
whole
in the first
invasion
place.
was for a single glass of wine.
So you good now? You gonna call this whole business off? It's terribly inconvenient.
Why would I do that?
Well, I'm not clear on why you're doing it in the first place. So maybe we'll start there. What's all this? What's all this?
You're kidding, right?
Uh,
This is your plan, and this is
this isn't my plan.
you by extension of him.
Him?
The one who gave us our power.
A second ago you were saying I gave you your power. Now you're
You as a
referring to an ephemeral him.
You as a conduit of his power granted that on to me. And by extension, I've used that power to create an army
Right.
to carry out his will.
Very good. Clearly.
How are your how are your plans proceeding?
apace? They're proceeding. Swimmingly, I would say.
I like what you did there.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I do vividly remember that.
Yes. So what's the phase 2 on this business?
Well, that would be the reaping.
The reaping.
Yes.
All right. I'm just so we're clear. I'm not. I'm obviously on a different sort of like section of the overall plan, as it were. I'm not in the military invasion like department. I'm more in psyops, as it were. So I haven't been brought up to speed on this reaping. Just fill me in on that.
Well, he holds his left hand out, and a book just materializes within it.
He's got a book too.
And he just flicks through the pages.
How'd you get a book? I didn't give you a book.
This is part of the gift.
All right, fine. Yeah, no, that makes.
Have you suffered some sort of head injury? I can understand the befuddling and so on. It can be. Yeah.
I was in a
Almost dying, it sucks.
Yeah, no, I would imagine. I mean, you died. You died, though, right? You didn't almost die. You died, right?
No.
All right.
Almost. Very, very almost. Like,
Cool.
I was swimming,
Mm-hmm.
as you suggested,
Mm-hmm.
and
Nice work on that. It was,
and then I tired and sank, and I sank, and I sank, and I struggled against, but I continued to swim, and I kept on swimming until my arms wouldn't allow, and then I continued to sink, and I could feel my eyes burning, my lungs on fire as I hung onto that last breath just to continue swimming. I needed to keep on swimming, just keep swimming. Until I couldn't hold that breath anymore. And in that moment when all hope was lost, all chance of survival was done, he presented himself. And the fragment of power that you put into me, he let me hang on to.
Fascinating. So he's been directing you to assemble this little light invasion force and lay siege to my city.
This is not an invasion. This is just planting the crops.
Crops.
Ready for the reaping.
The reaping. Okay. We got some colourful metaphors going on here. I'm
This is
liking
not
it.
metaphor.
All right, so wheat, corn. What are we talking here with the
Souls.
I mean, they're
Souls.
not crops. Come on, that's clearly metaphor, all right?
We are tending to the fields that will provide the harvest.
All right.
That is a little. I must admit, that is a little on the metaphor side.
So-
But
okay, like just
in all essence, this is agriculture. These are beasts for the slaughter,
It's starting to sound like Hana.
for the eventual harvest.
I'm signing up.
That's this has all been fascinating.
So how is your I ask again, how is your side?
Well, my side's
How is your plans proceeding? You said psyops, I think was the term you used. And he's sort of flicking through his book and is sort of like, he goes, taps a page there, is like, this part here, and he's pointing at a image of the like a woodcut image of Odin. It's the old man, robes, long beard, staff with two ravens on his one on each shoulder.
yeah.
Eye patch and the whole thing is like, there we go. This is what we're after.
You're after Odin
And his lot.
and his what?
And his lot.
And his lot. I mean, I don't think
It's
like
predetermined. It's all in this book.
yeah. All right, you can't believe everything you read. I mean, like, yeah, those are the orders, but you gotta like take these things with like, you're gonna like this one. Take them with a grain of salt.
You see him sort of like wince slightly. It's just like, but then like grin. Like,
It's like the metaphor thing with the reaping. It's figurative. I'm doing my part. I feel like part of this whole,
so again.
Yeah?
What is your part? Is it recruitment? He hasn't told me what your role is, but I can only assume that it is recruitment. Because, well, you recruited me.
Look, if he hasn't told you what my part is, I'm certainly not telling you. That's That's not how this
Can you
works.
give me another wisdom save?
Yeah, I can. That was a bad one. I got a 10.
This is not that same ability. This is something else. You hear a very familiar voice rattle into your head.
Hello. Hello. I had a stroke. Hello, Governor.
You hear the voice that you have given to the name of the librarian. So, what is it you've been doing?
Oh, we're doing this in the daytime now. Wasn't like limited to nocturnal emissions. It's interesting.
Ew.
Well, if you must know what I have been doing, I have been exploring the limits of this gift that has been given.
We need to talk in person.
All right. Well, I'm a bit busy now.
Master
for,
Benson,
for,
if you-
for a
if-
nap.
If you could. And Benson sort of like, oh. Closes the book up and just holding that down in one side is just basically like goes up against goes to the wall that's opposite side to the door in this area.
I'm in
and
trouble. I'm in trouble,
And he
guys.
just grabs the
Being
book
called
and
into the
he
headmaster's
holds
office.
the book up against the wall and just with the other hand like still holding it heals the book open and holds it up on the wall and then pulls his hands away and the book just stays there just like held up by nothing. There was no pins, no wires, no
Gross.
and then he just runs his hand against the wall down from the book down to the ground and a tear like a zipper opens up in the stonework. And he signals to you, he's like, after you.
Ladies first.
Oh no, I insist.
Oh no, I insist.
Are we doing this?
I'll take a swig out of the bottle. Look dead at Benson, and just drop it and shatter it on the ground. I never liked you, and I'll go through the portal.
And you... This is a similar sensation to travelling through the ley lines, except it's
Cooler,
actually a little...
sexier,
Yeah, go cooler in the
Moister?
more literal
sugar
term.
free.
It is cold.
Sugar free.
Sugar free. God damn it. It is...
sweet with stevia.
It is, you know, viciously cold.
All right.
Like you feel like ice crystals and everything like forming like on the edges of the hairs in your arm, and they just sort of like pinpricks into every part.
Sounds
every part
fucking
of your skin.
amazing, Ryan.
It's
Tell me more. Can I see my breath in the air? Ooh.
no, because you can't see anything,
Okay.
but you feel movement.
All right. We're not doing the cold description anymore because I was almost there.
You got to finish so I can finish. All right, Team
Hi.
Lakeshore,
Yes.
You're really good at these names.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not.
I know exactly what you meant when you said it. How's the fighting going?
The fighting is basically done at this point. Like you guys, between Hana picking off various things, just like just sit there, snipe, take aim, bolt through brain, drop someone, and Puppet's little army of Valhallan spirit berserkers.
I like to think they're like his cheerleading ability, though, is what really inspired me to kill as many fish people as I possibly could.
And the
Give me an
You don't
H.
need inspiration to murder things.
Oh yeah, but like it inspired me more so.
I'll give you a bardic inspiration. Sure.
See,
Yeah, so essentially the last
Yay.
remnants of the battle are sort of finishing up.
Okay.
Some people are going through and basically just using like the sharp, like broken off sections of the what was formerly their cage now as sort of spears, and just like coming across any sort of fish folk that are still sort of struggling for life, and just like coup de grace spear through heads
It's
and
for the
necks and
best.
everything. Like, this is
I'll applaud, like, point out that's the weak spot there. Don't go for the soft spot between the scales and the necks.
Take little Timmy over to the nearest fish folk, give him a nice sharp stick, you know.
Timmy, we're learning about mortality.
Now, if you stab them
Don't touch that,
there,
it's terribly poisoned. There you go.
they won't actually die, but it'll hurt a real lot.
You are the worst monk.
Teaching.
Sorry?
Teaching. This is
This
the
is
learning
a
experience.
teachable moment.
It's always a teachable moment. Okay, so at the start I sussed out all the natural covens and possible escape exit places.
Yep.
So I guess we pick the most likely and direct people towards it.
Okay.
Don't know where you're gonna end up, but it's better than here.
So a little bit on the escape plan.
Oh, you've got an escape plan? Because I haven't.
No, I
nothing.
just said that on our escape plan. We've got no plan. We rocked up. This was supposed to be like a little bit of a sneaky, have a bit of a little cheeky peeky boo. Oh,
I mean, we did sneak.
Sneaky,
We
cheeky,
did cheek.
peekaboo.
We did peek.
We did peek. We've done all the things we've set out to do.
We sneaked, we
Exactly.
cheeked, we peeked,
and we
we
booed.
booed.
Oh God, we peeked. We peeked a long time ago.
Think about episode 1.
That wasn't a peek.
Oh, oh,
Oh.
oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
Sorry.
So there are some cabins over that way, which look like they
Excellent.
might lead out.
So, look, I'm all for, I'm all for rescuing
Again. Again.
people. Sorry,
You've
sick.
done it before, you can do it again.
Yeah, but it just every time I do it, I die a little inside, and I'm already pretty dead inside.
You got to kill a lot of people
I
today.
did, and it was fun. Oh, man, fun. It was this. Oh, that
We
that
can
brings
find
me up
you
to what
some
I was
more
going to say
people.
before. Actually, I killed like this fish wizard guy, and Leland was there. And you may have noticed throughout this conversation, I'm talking about Leland right now. He's not with me right now.
Oh, yeah. Where is he?
I don't know. Well, I do know.
I don't know.
He does like to escape. Did he
I
escape?
do know. He's in a room
I'm in a place where I don't know where I am.
with the guy. I didn't see.
Didn't see any of
Look,
that.
he's in a room. We're in before with the door closed, surrounded by
You were in a
12
room
other
before?
people. Yeah, that's why I killed the fish wizard. Keep
don't
up
know.
with the story. Anyway, killed a fish wizard. Lots
Yes.
of people came.
Yeah.
I turned into a mouse trying
Yeah.
to escape. He didn't
Makes
escape.
sense.
He went slightly mad. Madder.
Oh yeah,
That
don't forget about
tracks.
that part.
That tracks.
He thinks he's a pirate.
He
Wait.
does like swashbuckling.
Hashtag Leland things. Anyway, hashtag Leland things occurred.
Yes.
And now he's in a room locked up there with 12 fish people with spears. And I can't get in there by myself.
Who wants to kill more fish people?
Yeah!
You get a rousing salute from your half a dozen
8.
Valkyries.
Oh, is it down to 6?
Whatever number it was.
We've got 8.
You also get a few like woos and cheers from the crowd. There is also a lot of like women, children,
Yes.
elderly.
We
so
need
far.
some people to escort these
and
people
they're like,
out.
"Fuck yeah!"
Alright, so-
I want to kill some
Go on.
people.
A question about the.
That was meant to sound old lady. It sounded a little more skeletal.
Yeah. I
So
call
they
it
can last and they like escort these people away, and we could take a few
only
of the
an
rest.
hour.
So could they like escort them out, and we could take like a couple to go
Unless
do
it
a thing,
takes
or-
more than an hour to
I don't know.
get out of
Fucking
here.
clue.
I think they.
I don't even know how we got here again. To be honest, we went down a toilet.
You flushed
I
out
mean,
a
I
toilet,
assume
yeah.
they're gonna die within the hour, so we might as well send them into combat.
I could help you with that. There's one guy comes out of the crowd.
Oh.
Crowd is a
Hi.
older gent, probably about like mid-50s, roughly.
Oh my god, you're so old.
Is it older?
Old.
How old
Officer Hilltopple, how can we help?
I knew a damn about this age. You know, it was crazy.
Officer Hilltopple, how can we help?
I'm 120.
I think I can help you. I used to service these tunnels.
Oh, do you know a way out?
Oh yeah,
a
you did
safe,
a really shit
a
job.
safe exit.
Get it?
I get it. Yeah, you would have been good amongst this lot back in the day.
She does like
We'll do
dark,
like those sorts of
cramped
jokes.
places.
And you look like the sort that would do well in a tunnel.
It's true. I do like tunnels.
She's always in tunnels.
But
You can find a way out for them?
It'll take some remembering. It's been a mite while, but
I have every faith in you, Bardic Inspiration.
So, is that tunnel that we came out of the only way that we've seen so far that troops can kind of funnel down?
you've definitely seen troops funnel down that way.
And no other tunnels?
Not that you've been in a position to see.
Okay, we either don't want to wait here. We go with your little merry band of Valkyrie people.
Yes.
We go rescue Leland,
Sure.
and then we come back and we all go on a merry way and ipso facto win the war.
Yay,
Or
I'm
not.
getting rescued.
Good thing you're staying exactly where you are.
Actually,
I'm in another dimension.
you shit man.
I thought you were pointing at me, Ryan,
No.
not me.
No,
yeah,
not
shit
me.
man.
Shit, man.
And just going, shit man, shit man.
Have you seen more fish people come out of any other tunnels? Has there only been this one right here, or is there secret tunnel B and C and D?
Oh, look, most of those tunnels are going to make their way up to the
But have you
surface at
seen
some point.
fish people come from any other tunnel?
Let me look. Relax.
Skip to the end.
Yes.
Less
Thank
talky.
you.
You're not good at this.
That wasn't that hard. You said yes or no. If I wanted your life story, I would have said, bore me to death.
I wouldn't mind your life story. Maybe after this.
Well,
Hobbit sits down cross-legged.
another time.
Okay. Good call.
Ross is like, no.
Okay,
Fucking.
if you feel up to it, tell us which tunnel you're going to go through, and we can either...
Meet up
I'm
later.
assuming I could probably easily find... How many people, roughly?
In the that we got survivors wise, 30, 40 people.
I'm fairly certain we could find 30/and or 40 people with women and children. They wouldn't exactly be stealthy, so we should be able to get to them pretty quickly.
Yes.
So they can go off and try and do their thing, or they can wait here. You have a choice in this. You have a say. Democracy in action. So you either stay here and wait for us, whichever is one of our friends who came here too, or you can make your own way and...
I'm not going to lie, I think it'd be quite hard to convince half those people here to just sit around and wait.
No, make your own way. We'll find our own way.
That's going to be a tough.
Rock
That's
and
going to
roll,
be
boys and
that's
girls.
going to be a tough one.
If we see
No,
you,
I
on
don't
the-
want to hang around
If
here.
we see you on the surface, it's... We'll see you on the surface. If we don't,
Right. I know my way.
West.
I know my way around those tunnels. So
You can go your own way.
go your own way.
that's short enough to not get a
Cool.
copyright bar.
All right. Well, best of luck. Let's go rescue Leland again.
No, you guys.
Nah, you guys.
You guys.
You guys basically stay and wait. Watch the civilianry sort of gather up and basically like they're armed up. They've got a few of your
I will
torches and so
give-
forth.
That fish guy, like, here you go. For some reason, I've just got a lot of ball bearings. Have like a bunch and just drop them where you go, and we'll follow the trail.
Oh right. So I've been trying to get rid of these for so
Please
long.
take 500 of them.
I also,
They're really heavy.
I
you got this like Super Saiyan now because you've been wearing like weighted clothing for 6 years.
I also just poke one of the ball bearings and cast light on it, so you can take that with them.
Nice.
Don't drop that one.
Right.
It'll be easy to find though.
It would be, but
Once.
Good for an hour.
found it. Quiz complete.
Level up. Wow. No, not actually. Don't fucking start leveling up. Nope.
But
Too late. You said it. We didn't say it. You said it.
so close to a level 4 spell.
No, it's us in the army of ghost Valkyries or real Valkyries. I don't know.
And maybe one
go
of
to the
those
tunnel?
angry prisoners.
Leland.
Sorry, I'll be with you in a minute.
I think the ghost warriors go first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
You sort of see like the last of the civilianry go and that the old maintenance worker, we'll call
Shit
him,
guy.
not shit guy.
Because that name's
just sort of
taken.
It'd just be confusing if you started calling an NPC that. Sorry, Ryan. I mean, shit guy.
That's DM shit guy to you. Or is it shit guy DM or DM shit guy? What do you prefer?
D shit guy M.
And that's another dozen fish fault coming down.
It's a D inverted commas shit guy inverted comma M.
Ah.
Yeah.
Rolls off the tongue.
Oh, right.
It's all about branding.
You're going to see something that you'll recognise instantaneously.
Oh, that-
and it's definitely not going to be a brain embolism trying to read.
That easy hashtag on Twitter. Just look for us, hashtag D.
D inverted comma shit guy inverted comma M.
It's just this whole series of ones and the straight up lines and L's just to really confuse people, like StarCraft letters.
Yes.
All right,
Yes. Continue.
Leland,
Hi.
you
Wait patiently
Find-
for your rescue.
like gravity and purchase on. I was going to say terra firma, but it's definitely not terra firma.
I've got my sea legs.
No, not see. You sort of standing there, and you feel the fact that you are actually able to stand on a surface. It is various shades of black all the way around, which you're familiar with that sort of coloration.
Mm-hmm.
But you can sort of. I just saw the name of the Coke bottle. That was. Was that an accident, or did you do that on purpose?
I didn't even share it with you either.
Oh,
Nice.
It's okay. It doesn't say shit guy.
Oof.
yeah. So you basically ahead of you, you see a sort of you can make out just in these shades of black. Yeah, makes sense. Just a set of stairways going up to an arched doorway with like pillars up either side. You've been here before.
Why is it always stairs? I will stride confidently up the stairs, Ryan.
And Benson's next to you is just like walking.
Oh, you're here too. You didn't stay on the other side of the portal.
Oh no. This is a conference, I would say.
Interesting.
Is this another staff meeting that could have been an email?
I didn't.
You had to Skype in.
I didn't get a reminder for this one. It was
15-minute warning.
This was not in my calendar.
I forgot to put you on the Teams.
All right. Anyway,
You start making your way up, and Benson's just alongside, and he's just like adjusting his breastplate, sort of like brushing a couple of like barnacles off the side, and just like chipping them off and like brushing it down. As like sees like a section of like rusty section, as like licks his finger and like starts scratching at it with a fingernail, trying to buff it out. And like he's looking decidedly nervous. Like he was quite confident with just when it was just you and him in the room and he was talking with you. In this space, he is uncomfortable.
you can't let these elder gods intimidate you. They can't exist in the material realm. That's why they've got this whole sort of this arrangement going on. Look, just remember who has the upper hand in these negotiations. Don't be a pussy.
You're probably right.
Probably.
What do I call you? I know you Leland's your name, but what's your title? Would it be Sire?
Call me the captain.
Seems a little understated, really.
The captain.
Oh, that's got some gravitas. You say it like that, but it doesn't really sort of give you any sense of your purpose. At least if your recruitment is, it feels almost like you're some sort of like sire in the way of like a male heir or. Well, let's workshop something on that one.
You're overthinking the situation, Fishman.
Is that mine? I'm not sure if I like it. I was going to go for something like edgy because like formerly I was one of the hammerheads. I was going to go for like a giant shark thing. It was gonna be really cool.
I thought he had this whole intimidating thing going on now. He's a broy dude. I don't...
Yeah, his personality is definitely sort of shifting a little bit now. He's in this space where, like, daddy's home sort of thing. Like, he's not the bursting of confidence of being the one of the brightest lights in the room. This is a candle in a light shop.
It's a good metaphor.
You like it?
Yeah.
You make your way up to the top stairs, and you get to the large double doors that stand probably about 30-40 feet high.
Mm-hmm.
There's a domed at the top, domed curved top to them. As you approach, they sort of just like crack slightly. The left one cracks slightly and just like opens up inwards. And yeah, the space is open for you to move in. Last time you were here, when you walked in, you saw basically like pillars.
You left an awful mess.
You upper decked the toilet. You short sheeted it. You left shrimp in the curtain rods. You made a whole fucking mess of this place.
I racked up so many long distance calls.
Shrimp in the curtain rod. This is nice.
I got told about that one. That sounds horrendous.
That sounds amazing.
You'd never find it.
No, you would never think of looking in the curtain rods. That's genius.
Well, I would, because I've heard that one before. But
have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Horrifying though. That it's right there, cooking in the sun half the day. Yeah, last time you were here, there was like large library stacks that are around, sort of rounded columns that reached up into beyond where you could see in the ceiling. The ceiling was infinitely high that you couldn't see far enough to actually know there was a roof, but you know there was a roof.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't see it. It's it existed by the very
roofs.
very nature of this was a inside.
roof.
This is inside, so there must be a roof.
All right. So I walk through the door.
This time, when you walk through the door, you walk into a large, open, like courtyard, quad sort of area.
Ooh. It's outside.
It appears to be.
All right.
On the far side, there is a sort of a large, like hall with a tall clock tower, and there are just like smaller buildings. Keep on knocking that. Sort of dotted around the left and the right hand side of this square, and you take this space in for a moment, and then you see this 25, 30 foot tall, like, looks like a petrified forest, like a petrified tree, or is that like a tree that's been like severely burnt to the point of charcoal, stride across the quad.
It's like an actual tree.
It's an ent, a tree ent. And this space is...
I was just about to say, last time I was at a university, it didn't end well for the university.
This is looking very much like that university.
Hey, old times. Lots of memories.
There are braziers around the quad that is burning with this purpley black fire.
You gave the librarian a Fey University. What's Benson done for him?
Yes!
And you are approached by a like a tall, lean-featured, I believe he was an elf, if I remember right.
Yes.
Well, the tiefling?
What was the dean? I believe he was an elf.
The tiefling was just the one that got me there, but the dean was someone else, I think.
The guy that I fucked up in the middle of the thing. Pretty sure that was a tiefling, right?
Was
Yeah, you're right. It was because the
Oh.
tiefling. Yeah. Because there was a dean that invited him in.
Yeah. Okay.
So it approaches up, and the tail is just sort of like flicking side to side behind him, and he's walking up. And he's got his hands tucked within his sleeves, and that sort of like You know the look. And he walks up and sort of bows slightly and is like, I wasn't expecting to see the recruiter again so soon.
Man, nobody I killed is staying dead today.
Is anybody in this goddamn town dead?
I'm dead. Shut up.
You gave Benson's wife all your money for nothing. You didn't kill him.
And a genie.
And a genie.
That's probably for the best, though. I feel like separating myself from the genie was the best situation.
I don't.
All things considered. It was a ticking time bomb.
With precisely one tick left. But yeah, he's like, if the recruiter and the general could please meet us in the hall. He is awaiting.
The general? This is the All right. What's your name?
I have not earned one yet.
Look at the recruiter. The recruiter sucks. I'm gonna talk to the librarian about this recruiter nonsense. I need a
HR, can't you
sexy
change
name.
your own title? If you're head of HR, can't you change your own
That's
title?
a good point.
Human
Where
resources officer.
Slave? Where are we going?
Slave is the name you're giving to the tiefling?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't think I appreciate that name, but we are heading across to
But I don't appreciate what you tried to do to me either.
He sort of sits there and sort of looks...
You tried to feed me to monster dogs. Do you remember trying to feed me to monster dogs?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a moment of sort of pause and like recollection. Is like, you're right. That was that was an unfortunate business. That was that was meant to be like a test of character for your young friend.
I passed.
Unfortunately, that business became quite different.
I've often said higher learning is a corrupt institution.
But we shouldn't keep him waiting. If you could please follow me. And he sort of leads on, and the tail is just sort of like flicking, more like an agitated cat at this point. Up to that main hall with the clock tower. One thing you do notice looking at the clock is, no matter how much you can focus on it, you can't get any sense of what time it's showing. Like, there are hands there, but every time you look back at it, it just seems to be a different time, and you can't quite sort of make out whether it's sort of at the 3 o'clock position or 7 or some other number that mathematicians haven't established yet. You'd almost say non-Euclidean.
Just realizing there's a purple worm that's gonna have some questions.
What am I? It's just some sort of public transit system.
It's the subway between the library and the university.
Yeah, all right. I'll follow.
It's in New York and rode by Will Smith. Yeah, he leads you up to the short like 5 stairs up to the door on this hallway, and opens the door and sort of signals you to enter.
I enter.
And you head on inside, and this room is as you remembered. It is tall library stacks reaching up in infinity. And on the far side of this library is a tall, sort of slender, but sort of not rugged features, but square featured.
Mm-hmm.
With a long robes that go down to the floor and just sort of melt into the stonework on the floor. And it's almost like it's moving like smoke pouring off him, but it seems more tangible, and then just sort of disappears into the stonework.
I know this guy.
And every now and then you just see like a little sliver of like a tentacle sort of rise up out of the ground and then sort of dip back in on the sort of outer perimeter of where his ropes hit the floor.
Is there any way like to sit down in this space?
You look around at first looking for somewhere to sit, and you look off to your left, look off to your right, you don't see anything, and then you sort of look around again, and like 10 paces in front of you is just 2 chairs. That definitely weren't there the first time you looked.
Alright.
And you head up along and take a seat.
Yeah. Are they close enough together that I can put my feet up on the other chair?
They're more facing. They're the 2 chairs at a slight angle towards each other, but not close enough where you'd actually sort of be able to comfortably put your foot on the other one.
I think Leland would sit down like with his legs over the arm of the chair, sort of thing, like lounging acrossways the chair.
Yeah, Why do I have an image of like Sting from June doing that? Is that something that happened?
Because that is what Leland looks like now.
Or is it Goblin King in Labyrinth?
Oh, there's a bit of that.
It's a bit of that, isn't it? It's more of that because you even do the wall walking thing, and contact juggling.
All right. Well, all right. Making me blush.
All right, Team Tunnel.
Team Tunnel!
Team assault the fortified position.
Are we the baddies? No, we're not. Oh, it's pretty grey, actually.
There is a lot of grey.
You're
area.
a drow. You're a drow murderer.
You're the baddie, I'm the goodie, that makes us neutral.
I'm an assassin. One's a job, the other's mental illness.
And which one is you?
Good and bad doesn't come into it, we're the lawful ones.
Yeah! Lawful evil! Woo!
Not good or bad, we're right.
No, you just
Oh,
have
right.
a code that you stick to. It doesn't whether it's good or bad. That's lawful is you have a code.
Yes.
Anyway,
And we're correct.
enough about the alignment chart. Now to
Welcome to the alignment chart
realign
podcast.
the spines of some fish folk. What are you doing?
Send wave after wave of spirit people at them.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple plan. Like, they're all, like, caught up in a little spot. We're just kind of like... Kill them!
Did you see what positions they were in? Are they
They're in a
in a
defendable
defensive
position,
position,
in a
or-
very defensible position with spears, everything prepared, and a very...
If you're going
Very
to give the
well
order
planned.
for your things to head on
After
ahead
they
of
hear
it,
about the positioning of... Yeah.
They are a military
And
unit.
Assault!
As soon as you basically say that, they do that. They charge. They charge up the tunnel and then chuck a quick
I can't
left.
do this for 7 more days.
And you. Wait, these things last for 7 days, or these last?
No,
for an
no,
hour?
they last for an hour, and then I can't do it for 7
Oh,
more days.
Thank Christ. Yeah, they charge up the main tunnel, then chuck a left, and then you just hear the sounds of battle, and it sounds vicious.
We'll just slowly walk up there, catching up. So how's your day been?
Good.
Yeah, it's been alright. It's
I
interesting.
set some fires. I let some people free.
I saw the
I set some
fires.
free
I
people on
played
fire.
some music.
Well done.
I made some people
thought I heard
happy.
music.
I made some people dead.
Yeah, that thing's pretty good, I guess.
You know, it's just it's
Yeah,
a
no, it's
Thursday. It's a day in the office.
Thursdays, am I right? Oh god.
Leland's been abducted by some.
You don't know that.
Wait, Leland's locked in a room somewhere
I'm sure he's fine.
with some guy. You know,
Look, we're moving at best possible speed to rescue him.
cup of tea.
Actually, I would love a cup of tea.
Too bad. Come on.
Oh. I pursued out a cup of tea.
You head up, and as you're sort of sauntering up, the sounds of battle dies down. You turn the corner, and you just have, at this point, you started off with half a dozen, didn't you? Is that
8.
You've now got
We've been
6.
through a few.
A couple of them is basically out of existence.
That's fair.
Their purpose is served. Their Mr. Me6 is gone. But the rest
Look
of
at
them,
me!
I just want to die.
Hey, like 30 more minutes, you'll be there.
Aww.
Existence is pain, Jerry.
Yeah, we don't get
I
to
love
go
it,
away in
so.
30 minutes.
Well, I love half of that episode. The other half is horrifying.
Mm.
Yeah, you turn the corner, and the 6 remaining
Yeah.
berserkers sort of turn and like stand at attention to you, and ahead of you is a shut door.
Well done.
Can they open
Good
doors?
Huh?
Can you open the door?
We need to open this door somehow? Does anyone have a key? Crowbar?
I don't
You
mean
probably-
to.
Lockpick?
I don't mean to be a stickler. There's web there.
There is web there.
How long does the web last for? The duration up to 1 hour.
So it's still
It's
there.
definitely there.
Okay, this will be fun. Fire.
The webs are flammable. Any 5-foot cube of webs exposed to fire burns away in 1 round,
Tell your Valkyrie
dealing
ladies to get out.
2d4 fire damage to any creature that starts its turn in the fire.
That's cool.
Flaming torch for you. Flaming torch for you.
And it's like
Woof.
just waving through it. That will make pretty short work of it.
Yeah.
At this point, it's fire to a
just-
web.
It's very,
No.
I'm reminding you for the
Thank you.
verisimilitude.
And this
good,
this
nice
whole
use of-
nice.
Nice.
The whole
Look at Dr. Professor over
This is
there.
on my word of the day calendar.
for tomorrow. He looked ahead.
Oh, it's cheating.
I can't wait.
He held his finger in there so he could flick back in case it was a
Hopefully it
bad
comes up
word.
tomorrow again.
Nice. This hallway now has a combined smell of like timber fire from down the way, and now the smell of like burnt hair because that's what
And
burnt,
fish.
and and dead fish. It's a bad
Maybe
bad
we
smell.
So
should've
Grandma's
brought
kitchen.
Snore. He would have
Oh
loved
God,
this.
why burnt hair? No, don't answer.
Oh.
Gets a bit dotty.
No one, everyone wants to forget the Christmas of '97. Anyway, it was a really good week.
Thankfully,
though.
only one person can.
Oh.
That joke's in poor taste.
Rip Grandma, I guess.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot that
1997.
part.
No, it's not.
Oh boy.
I wouldn't have gone there if I wasn't comfortable going there. That's why I'm a bad person.
Oh.
Can I push on the door?
All right, you push against the door, and it is heavy and very much not budging.
Can someone take a shoulder to this door? Put a shoulder to the door.
Je d'adore.
Oh,
the door.
Valkyrie goes.
If only they responded to your commands.
That's why I clapped.
Yeah, if
He's like my little actual clapper thing. I clap and he does things.
Yeah, no.
What?
Well, they're actually friendly to you as well. They just only follow my commands.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
They don't attack you.
They're friendly to you.
Finally, something in this world that doesn't attack me.
I mean, they can attack you.
Yeah, that's true.
You say one nasty thing to pop it, and they're on you.
Okay, let's get this door open.
At that, they also basically like start charging and taking their axes to this door. Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming if Leland's there, he knows we're coming for him.
Leland, you are not there, and you do
Hey,
not
they
know
do
they're
have
coming for
great
you.
axes.
Yes,
You're right.
I know because I'm reading their stats right here because I got it
Oh.
pulled up.
Oh,
I also
right.
have it pulled up.
I mean, they're all right axes.
No, they're pretty great.
You are definitely not there, and definitely not making that joke.
Thank goodness.
You hear a couple of them sort of roar out in sort of anger. Yeah. They start like really going ham at this fucking
Out
door.
of curiosity, I'm just going to check the hallway, make sure there's no fish people reinforcements coming through. You know.
Go scouting, yeah.
Yeah, I made my scouting roll.
Reconnaissance.
Reconnoiter. I hardly knew her.
I hate that word so much for that fucking
I know.
reason only. Nothing because
So good. 26 perception.
perception. You can't see any other troops coming down. Sorry, there's water here. It's,
Yeah,
it's
it's
getting
fine.
uncomfortable.
And that fan is doing fuck all. I'm sitting there going, some fresh air come my way.
Just keep
Nope.
waiting. Just waiting.
It is-
It'll get there.
It is
It'll
literally
get there.
the worst fan I've ever fucking seen. Like, nothing. Nothing at all. Little bit
It's a
comes off the
very
side,
slight
about
breeze.
there. I'm pretty sure I can do more just flailing like this.
Oh, actually, that's quite nice.
You just keep doing that for the rest of this session.
No, I really can't because there's a certain sweat issue that happens.
There comes that musk.
Come on, everyone, open up the pits.
Oh, wait, that's me.
It's warm.
Oh, heavens. Do we get in the room?
Okay, after sort of a good 5, maybe 10 minutes
it'll
of
take a
hammering away
while.
at this steel door
Yeah.
with axes,
Yeah. It won't need
first
these
of
axes
all,
again.
let's face it, if you guys are doing any perception checks with hearing in the next sort of hour,
Nope.
they're not happening easily.
What?
Exactly.
I
He's
get
got
it.
this ringing in your ears and a thumping fucking headache at this point because nothing's better than the sound of 6 fucking berserkers hitting a steel
Berserkering.
door with metal axes.
It's actually kind of nice.
Sounds like
it's that.
home.
It's like zen.
I've
It's like that
you,
nice
you
rhythm
can-
to it.
We've discovered that you possess the world's weirdest kink.
But thank you for this internet.
Great
So there's
access
10s
on
of
the
us.
steel door.
10s.
It's a pretty exclusive club of 2 people who like.
Well,
hammering each other's
they fall into a pattern. You just kind of meditate. Get like a short rest in. Just. Have you ever just like sat down and admired like the noise?
Shut it down. Shut it down.
All right. The
And
door
we see-
finally sort of breaks down. Inside this room, there is
Butts.
Yeah,
Technically,
Butts.
yes,
there is 4 butts
We discovered Leland
There
arranged
is-
all of the fish folk before leaving.
into making one giant butt shape. No, there is 3 dead fish folk. There is a dead human with like this sort of viscous, horrible black
he died too.
black spray over him.
There's a smashed bottle of.
I was going to bring up the smash bottle of fairly.
Leland's
nice-
been here.
No roll necessary. No. But otherwise, this
Clearly,
room-
I was under duress.
Or belligerent.
belligerently duressed.
Or it's still Thursday.
Yes, you keep on motioning towards.
Hello.
In anticipation.
Well, to be fair, if there was any shouting back in regards to that 10 minutes of them trying to knock that door down, he's dead.
But yeah, there is.
There's no portal?
No.
You guys couldn't come for a field trip to the Hell Dimension.
Oh hell.
Well, last time Tilly went to a dimension, like, he burned it down, so like, I'm assuming if 3 of us rock up, like, we'll just tip the scales one way or the other.
But yeah, there's the book that obviously you guys don't know was there, but I described when you guys were in the room is not there. There is no seam opened in the.
It basically looks like the...
It
way
looks
we
like the
left it.
room how it was,
Uh,
and you know because you're in there. There's no other way out
Plus
of
Joe?
that room because that is a sealed chamber.
I'd like to use sending
Yeah.
to cast to Leland. There is
Uh-huh.
because if he's on another plane, there's a 5% chance it won't make it to him.
it won't or will?
5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
Oh, nice. Roll a d20. If on a 1, that's a fail.
Not
Oh, that's
percentile.
5%.
That's a
And it
13.
can re-roll ones.
Oh yeah,
You can actually. That's on attack and skill checks, though, isn't it?
yeah, I think so.
Yes, I know you can't.
This is like sending an aggressive text message.
What do you say?
Okay.
That's 1.
Leland,
2.
it's Puppet. We're in the room. All the fish are dead. Are you alive? Are you dead? If you're dead, reply to this message.
Nice. That was fucking perfectly 25.
It's like a haiku.
Just a few more words.
Just remember, if you're dead, reply to this message.
What is happening when I get that message? Am I reclining on the chair when
You are reclining on the chair and you hear that message pop into your brain.
We're in
from
the room.
Puppet.
All the fish are dead. If you're dead, reply to this message.
Did you write that down and check it already?
No.
Okay. I thought you'd check the numbers of the letters as you're... No.
I gotta tell you, the temptation is so strong to reply, "New brain, who dis?"
That's your reply.
No, the whole
Are you
thing is
saying
that
that
the
out loud?
temptation is too real to reply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
You're so tempted to. He's alive.
Oh, goody.
You do, however, get the sensation that did travel across planes.
He's
Had
far
a weird
away.
echo, like I was going through a tunnel.
He's in a tunnel.
Well, yes.
Nice bit of flavour that he completely misinterpreted.
Well, he's a big girl. He can look after himself, herself.
Hey! Wow, I didn't hear that. That was.
There we go.
He's live in a tunnel far, far away. He was considering not replying because he's Leland, but he did.
And you said he was potentially another plane.
Yes.
Well,
I mean, you wouldn't necessarily know
Oh,
that I was on another plane.
he
Oh yeah, you
seemed
know
to be
you. Okay,
distant.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, sorry. Brain.
Like you got the sense that he
Right.
wasn't on this plane.
Cool.
well,
I'm on
there
another
is
plane.
Absolutely
Been there, done that.
fuck all we can do
Probably-
about that.
Well, last time we were on another plane, it took like 3 months or 2 weeks to get back.
Well,
Probably with magic. I probably went there with magic.
nah, he's not a wizard though.
I don't see how they do that.
No, I don't. Leland's
See,
never like,
last time we went to another plane, it was my magic that took us there.
and he's
so
never shown like a magical bone in his body. So I don't know. Maybe we'll spirit it away.
Got your
We'll probably be
magical
back in a
bone
couple
right
of
here.
weeks, like last time. I think we're good.
Gross.
To rough guy.
Like, all cats, he'll eventually find his way back home. Or is that rats? Dogs?
The rats,
Ah,
the rats definitely.
Rats
do.
always make it back. Let's go.
Do our walkie-talkies work down here?
Yes.
They definitely do between you two because you guys are in range.
Right, dude, didn't we report before?
And you reported back to Brand. This is whether you can connect to him. That's another whole.
Oh no, I was thinking of actually reporting back to.
Oh,
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
go like,
to let him know.
we'll
Update.
we'll basically regroup up and basically,
Yeah.
so we've got rescued a bunch of civilians downstairs. We've lost one of our party members to death. We're going to need like at least
It's like, oh god,
3 months personal leave and paid vacation.
bereavement leave.
But
Oh,
we did check in, and he is alive, so you know.
Pop
He's
is
just
the
somewhere
worst.
far away.
he's alive in all of us. We see him in the smile of every child.
Also alive on another plane.
All that. Look, I just really wanted
Which,
to
given
break.
the last time we were on another plane, it might be a couple of weeks.
Look, how about I get 3 months off for mental anguish?
How would I just get
Who
3
did you
months
gi-
away
who
from
did
Hannah?
you inflict mental anguish on?
Most people I've been in contact with.
Fair.
Also, shit guy.
Also, shit guy.
Oh, this shit guy. I was going to say up with shit guy.
Uh,
Well, I guess we'll report back.
Now we're
where
going to
we've
try
come
and
out
find
from.
our way out of the tunnels.
the captain's basically report back. So it's like, make your way back to base as soon as able.
We will find out where we come out. We may require assistance. We have mostly useless people with us.
Though they're pretty good with the
The
stick.
easiest way to say that because the only person who was with you is Poppet and some magical people that are going to disappear in half an hour.
Well, I meant like the
The
civilians.
Oh, they're up another tunnel. But yeah,
So we'll let you know where we come out, and if we die, we'll let you know.
We're off to see the wizard.
you can respond to this message.
We'll quickly do we easily track down the group of people?
Basically, you
tracks
have
of
to
40
track back down to
people.
the shore
Yeah, I'll
and
basically-
then follow up another
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
You can pick up that trail without even having to roll survival because you gave him the
Ball
non-Hansel and Gretel version of leaving breadcrumbs behind. This is ones that birds don't eat.
I like to hope occasionally, like we both occasionally like trip over them. Like, god dang it!
Yeah.
And Popper's like walking behind, he's like, ooh, just picking up these little shiny bits. And like, I got your
And
ball
the
bearings
pocket-
for you.
And the pocket.
They
and
scream,
the
no!
I'll wait till the end of the tunnel, but they're all in a pocket.
You see, clink.
I'm also assuming like 30 civilians aren't quiet at all in the slightest.
No, it's a bunch of refugees.
Actually, in that like. Probably shouldn't bring down the sewer system in a town. Probably bad. I was wondering, like, if there's like, those barrels that we've seen before and stuff like that. Like,
No, you didn't see any of those explosive barrels down in the.
so as we go back, I suppose actually like it's just like the empty cage and stuff now. Nothing of.
In the one that where Leland went by.
Well, I guess that shore area that we were, where like
Oh,
the cage stuff, where like what's. I've never actually had a chance to really.
If they had
Yeah.
supplies or
I'll have
anything
a quick
down
glance,
there.
yeah,
or-
supplies and whatnot, or plans, just stuff that might be interesting.
well, the little bits of drift. Well, yeah, roll investigation.
I will. I rolled a 10. I believe I have a thing to add to that. 18, Ryan. 18. I could also do guidance. But I didn't, so it's still 18. But that would have been a 4.
You're sort of looking around, and there's a few smouldering piles of driftwood and stuff like that have been used into fashioned into prisons. There are, aside from the cages and the various bodies of the guards, there doesn't appear to be much else here. There seems to be a staging area at best. It's for.
Also, can we loop back because I've got brain damage? Quick looting of the corpses of the 12 dudes.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
So just basically looking for gold. So basically
Fish. They had fish.
This time I'll cast guidance. I didn't say it again. But that's 17.
They do have a collection of just like mundane weapons that are made
Shells.
from made from things that you'd find on the ocean floor.
Anchovy pizza.
Shiny bit of coral.
Like sharpened corals, things that have been fashioned out of like whale bone and some.
I got that coral knife last time. I forgot about that.
You did. One person has like this scrimshandery.
What?
Sorry?
Oh, what?
Scrimshandery.
Ah, yes.
It's
Repeating it's made more sense now.
It's a small sort of, bit of bone that's had like a carving done into it of
What
like.
did I tell you about making up words, Ryan? No, I know.
You know that's a word.
It all come from Tasmania with all the whimsical words that come with it.
I don't come from Tassie.
Queensland?
You take
The
that
magical land of Narnia.
I am Mr. Tumnus.
You are Miss Anna.
Alright, sorry. Perth.
Do you take the Scrimshandery?
I do.
Okay.
It's like a depiction of like circling sharks, like looking from below, like 3 sharks in a circle around light beams coming from the ocean surface.
Pretty.
It's just carved into a fractured off section of like old whale bone.
Ooh.
Look like it would probably fetch a bit
This
of
is a
money.
very nice scrimshandery.
Yeah. Scrimshaw is carving into bone. That is actually it's an art form. Stop doing this, guys.
It's so easy. Yep, and then we catch up with the people.
Okay. It doesn't take you long to catch up with the civilians because they're not moving that many people doesn't happen fast.
Yes.
As much as they want to get out of there, they're the maintenance guy is sort of keeping them going at a steady, just a reasonable pace, so everyone keeps together and no one gets left behind. Every so often, the corridor sort of it's just
Also, they can stop dropping those ball bearings now. FYI.
Right.
It was like,
Clink.
how's it going? Drop.
Fixed up.
This is the way you walk to the sewer. Stop that. I don't want them.
Been trying 3 fucking years to get rid of these things.
You chose to have.
I don't even know where they came from.
You bought them at some point.
I left the
brought
Underdark.
them.
I just felt like that was my going away gift. Here, have 1,000 ball bearings.
This is that thing where you move out of home and your parents give you all the shit that
Yeah,
they
that's
want to
right.
get rid that they couldn't give
Remember
away.
when you were in year 7 and you collected ball bearings? No. Oh, neither did we until we found it in your fucking room. There you go. Like, oh,
you
no.
thought they were marbles, you're an idiot.
This is a traditional thing when someone's going forth on an adventure for their life to carry on when they're leaving the nest. This is the one thing the
The world is
community
dangerous.
gives you
Here,
that you
take
need.
this. Clink, clink, clink.
Just
They're
think,
like,
know what
they're
to
like
do.
pogs, but worse.
You'll know what to
just
do
think
when
of
the
just
time
think of home.
comes.
I think we've milked this for all it's worth.
I think we have
I
to.
think we're good. But yeah, the pathway you're taking is steadily heading upwards.
It's a good start.
Well, it turns out this guy knows where he's going. Every so often, there are
I believed.
pathways that sort of veer off and scoot and basically like lead off in other directions. If you wanted to pursue anything down those ways, they exist. Otherwise, you guys continue to head steadily uphill.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, your berserker crew just like
And they were so young and beautiful.
And
Yeah.
expendable.
Yeah, they were Valkyries.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're beautiful, and
That's understandable,
they
yeah.
lasted for an entire hour.
We got our money's worth. It's,
45 minutes later, again, you start to see just this hint of light up there at the end of this tunnel.
Oh, good. The sun.
Oh, that also means the light on the ball bearing went out, so I'll just redo it.
Hello, brightness, my old friend. You've come to blind my eyes again.
Some of the civilians and
And
everything
that's
start to surge towards that.
Settle down.
And yeah, you sort of like, I don't know. Are you taking the front, are you?
I'll be with that guy, because, yeah.
So if you want to scout up ahead.
It's like water when you're really dehydrated. You need to take it easy. You haven't seen sun in a while.
22 for an investigation.
Scouting up ahead, you basically make your way up to pretty much where that doorway opens up into the open, and it kind of looks a little bit like a crypt entrance. It says like a stone archway and a set of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
You look around that area, and it's in some of the older sections of Gesserek. You see a couple of houses that are sort of like dark, like no lights or anything coming from inside, and there's just a pool of water basically just across the road in front of these houses,
I think we're in their territory.
and it is just still silence, which you recognise as
Do I see
the
any
occupied
lights in the distance? Like, are we close to the border?
Give me.
What you want? What you really, really want?
I'm going to ask for a survival roll, just to sort of get
Ooh, that's not good.
just to get your bearings.
I'm going to remember to cast guidance.
Poppet was getting the bearings.
Oh my god, that took me too long. But yes, I do like that one a lot. I'll pay that one. Yeah.
Long story short, I got no idea where we are.
Oh, how bad?
7.
7 total? Yeah, you're sort of looking around. It's like, you're in occupied territory, but we're in it.
I'll go back down and say, I guess you and shit guy go, okay, there's the surface. We are still in occupied territory, and I have no idea where in occupied territory.
Do you have the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Can I have my carpet?
Did you put it back in there last time you used it?
It's
Okay, then it'll
always
be
in
there, I
there.
guess.
Just take your shoes off. I don't want to tread dirt over the magic carpet.
Just dump it in the sewer.
Just to... If we could just fly up a little bit, see if we can get our bearings, then call into rough guy to get
all
a
the
push.
times have been shot down flying on this magic carpet.
Yeah.
I want to relive that moment.
I don't remember any of those.
I think when he said we didn't do the magic carpet much because of the...
Yes,
And
no, I
yeah.
remember exactly
yeah,
what
there we go, so.
I'm saying. Poppet doesn't connect
Oh.
that. That's my plan.
Shit guy, do you know where we are?
I would have to check which.
You know, I want to call you SG.
What is your name?
Finally, some hospitality.
Oh, Drow, by the way.
I nearly said Jenkins, and I realised that's because I've been flicking through the this Jenkins. Juckin. Juckin. That's getting too close to that.
Willie?
I don't know. I'm shaking my head.
Just Willie?
Let's go with Jaka.
Lunch Lady Doris?
Jaka.
Alright, Jay. If you want to go up ahead and have a little cheeky peeky boo. That's the microphone.
All right.
Very quiet.
Everyone stay here.
Let's see how a 55-year-old man sneaks. Not well.
I didn't actually do a sneak roll either.
Do I need to make you make stealth rolls now?
You're a
Or
professional.
roll it in case you rolled a 1.
Guidance. I did not.
No. He's just like...
That's 30, by the way.
You can hear the sound of his knees grinding as he climbs these stairs. As he's trying to sneak, he's doing the crouch and everything. You just hear... It's like he's walking
Can you
on
make him
actual
quieter?
eggshells.
Okay.
You made us quieter before. Can you make him quieter?
I'm
now?
I'm referencing to my own life where my knees make that sound at all times. It is
Yeah.
not great.
I can only do it one more time, and it'll only last for an hour. Everyone gather close. Gather around. And to get everyone within 30 feet of me,
That's
And-
easy enough.
pass without trace on everybody.
Okay, so it gets a slightly better. The knees sound slightly softer.
Plus
So a
10.
12 then, or 11, or 11.
2 went to 12.
Okay. He starts sneaking up there. He's like, oh, these things haven't been this quiet in ages.
I'll get used to what your dice. We'll get
magic.
used to what your dice soon.
And he's just you see him get to the threshold of the doorway and sort of peer outwards, and then you see him sort of turn around and like just tracing the writing that's over the top of the archway, and then comes back on down.
I'll be with them support in case something happened.
He's like, we're at the 30-second sewer entrance, which means we're about as close to the center as we could be.
We're at the 30-second sewer entrance. We're going to need a distraction. Have a lot of civilians.
Some kind of a push to...
We can basically bolt through it.
We can stealth.
Yeah, we could stealth, but still a lot of
40 people
stealth.
stealthing.
Yeah, it's... and
How
We're
many
not
times have
leaving
you seen a
traps.
stealthy flash mob?
38 of them are untrained. I think a little distraction is probably going to help. Just let's go talking to the captain, like, let's apply a little pressure close to that point, and we'll do our best. Away from it to distract, draw people away, and we'll do what we can.
You just sort of hear sort of the crackling voice over the top of this, and it's like, give us 5-10 minutes if you can.
We've got an hour.
10 minutes is fine.
You'll know when it happens.
Excellent. Go back down, get everyone close to the thing, and say, everyone have a travel buddy? Hold hands with someone? What we're going to do is run like shit.
You hear these sort of murmurs and whispers running through the crowd.
No, I'm just kidding. We're going to take it nice and slow. No, I'm kidding. We're
And
going to
you
run.
hear
Gently, stealthily.
We're basically going to go... We're going to see what the distraction is. The owner's going to do a thing. And we're just going to try and go as quickly as possible. We'll go as fast as the slowest person in this group. But stick together. Don't scatter.
And you get sort of like murmurs of agreement, but people are... The sense of the crowd is tense.
And it should be. This is still not good.
We do have the watch assisting.
Leland,
We phoned in.
you are reclined in this non-reclining seat. It is a high-back chair, sort of a... You can... Even though it's black on black on black, you can tell it's like a crushed velvet sort of feel for the padding. It's a high-back wing chair. It's got like nice sort of like curled arms to the edge of it. You can feel it down the front. It's like carved. It's either wood or some sort of like bone that's been carved into like intricate carving works down the front of the framing. Like, it's got some style points to this.
I like what you've done with the place.
You've provided upgrades.
Hmm.
I have got a university now. A university within the Fae.
Those good times. I just
I
wanted
now have a base of operations that is technically within the planar system.
Interesting. I wanted to just quickly before I know you've got some important business. Just wanted to talk about this recruiter title. Is that like an official thing? Can we workshop that a little bit?
Do you have a suggestion?
Like, I was thinking maybe more like the contagion. It's got a sexier ring to it.
But that has a sort of note of the recruiter has like an element of agency to it and thought and some sort of intent to it. Where Contagion is more of a virulent nature.
I got some
that's
Exactly.
I got some ideas.
If you're looking for something that is more... Oh.
Always someone's a guy.
Yeah.
Shit guy.
Yeah,
both times.
I don't feel like our plan really works on a chaotic level.
Oh. Well. All right.
But if you want to workshop something better than the recruiter, I am all ears.
All right. Well, I'll
Little
crack-
joke on my behalf. I have. And he brushes the side of his head. No ears.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He is bald and just like the sides of his head just basically go straight down into then a fairly squarish jawline, but there is no...
Speaking of names, I mean, like, I feel like we've gotten to know each other pretty well over this last... How long's it been?
Since my first contact with you,
Amount of
it
time.
would be, at this point,
Time and reason just sort of bleeding
6 or
into...
7 years, I believe.
Yeah.
In your time, of course.
Okay.
In mine, a mere moment.
I don't feel we've been properly introduced. I never really got your moniker, sort of. It's not moniker, is it? That'd be weird.
What do you believe my name is?
I've been going with librarian, but that's more a descriptor than like a name.
I do like that one. It is very much of my nature, a collation of knowledge, and knowledge, as you mortals refer to, is, as you say, power.
Yeah. It's names. Sort of fallen back into regular Leland rather than pirate Leland, but I feel like that's like a contextual sort of thing.
Yeah. Shall we? If you are actually asking these questions of a genuine nature, do you believe yourself capable?
Oh yeah.
And you see him he looks
Like,
at
I
you.
didn't even consider that for a moment. I'm like, am I capable? Like, yeah.
He looks at you dead in the eyes, like piercingly so. And the whole time you've seen him, you have not actually seen, you know the shape of the face there. You know there is eye sockets there. You've never seen the eyes. Now you don't see them. You just feel that they're looking at you and through you and basically into the sort of the depths of your mind.
Cool.
Give me a wisdom save.
You and your wisdom saves, Ryan. No. 9. Is there a paladin nearby? Definitively no.
No. He sort of jolts up and back a little bit and is like, surely you don't think that's your best effort.
Maybe I just need to lie down for 5 minutes. Maybe drink an energy drink or something.
Come with me. The general can wait here.
Yeah, you wait here, Benson.
It's a good title.
Yeah, it's a pretty good title.
And
I could be a general.
this
It's higher than a
this
general.
figure sort of
Field Commando.
Yeah.
Supreme Allied Commander. That's probably higher than general.
Bombardier Lance Corporal.
It's a good
private.
one. It's a good one. No, that's not.
Absolutely not. He
I-
leads you through the library to another set of double doors, and then leads you through those. In this chamber, there is a large astrolabe hanging in in the middle. That's a word that I finally remember. I know exactly what it is. I just keep on forgetting the name of it. I love it. But that is hanging in the center of the room, and you can see this is the movements of. This is an astrolabe that's sort of laying out not the movements of like planets around us, around a central sun, or the movement of moons around a single planet. This is showing the movements of the planes.
That's cool. I don't have one of those.
I
I don't remember blowing one of those up.
Which is a particularly hard thing to do in a sort of a physical manifestation, considering some of these planes coalesce. Some of them sort of butt up against each other. Some of them are quite vastly separate. Some of them are technically on top of each other.
Cool.
Yet you can see these things are sort of moving and orbiting around, not a central thing, just around each other. Like as each of the planes move past each other, they sort of each affect the way the other moves, but then keep on moving onwards, not really seeming to move around a central point. And just as and each of these planes just basically look like a disc, a little bit Discworld-ish, but not
Yeah.
riding on the back of a, not on the back of
Turtle.
a turtle or on the back of 4 elephants. But these planes, shift around a little bit like spiral galaxies, and you see this one sort of all the rest of the space around them is just black, and this is darkness on what is already a black background, because everything you see look around you is black. Not shades of grey, black. And the space around this astrolabe that is not a plane is darker again. Like the absolute absence of any colour or light.
Vanta black.
Sorry?
Vanta black.
Yeah, there's yeah. And just in this, floating around in this space is a shape of an arched doorway with 2 pillars either side at the top of a wide set of stairs.
It's that thing where if I could like zoom in far enough on that little like thing, like I could probably like see the back of my head looking at an astrolabe.
Zoom, 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 enhance.
But you see they just sort of in that space.
That's cool.
And he's like, this is the world. All these are everything around you. And everything around them is everything that's around you now.
Yeah, that tracks.
And that everything is technically nothing. I can understand that is going to be very difficult for your mind to handle.
No, I got it. Everything's nothing, yeah.
This is nihilist Leland bleeding through slightly. I want to be out of this and be in, and he sort of just like moves his hand over that arched doorway and moves it onto the planes, onto just a random plane that happens to just float past it at the time, and just pops it on. And that plane just sort of shudders slightly, and then just like this inky darkness just starts spreading out around it.
So is that why you call us here? You want me and Benson out there to like grab an end of the door and just sort of like huck it over a couple of feet? Is that what this is about? Just
In essence, yeah.
alright.
You,
So one of the metaphor
the
things
general,
again.
the Undying,
It's Craven, right?
That would be the name he went by before.
Yeah.
There are also others.
I'm sort of tracking it. It's all coming together for me.
All the pieces are working together to get enough power.
Yeah. All right.
To bounce his gateway along.
All right. I got it. I think I got an idea. Just I know I've been sort of like doing this in an improvisational sort of thing. You haven't been really clear. You've been a little bit vague about what my role in this has, and I feel like...
Oh, absolutely not. I've given you everything you need to know.
You wrote the book.
Yeah, no...
You have the book. You
Yeah.
are educating yourself, and I cannot give you knowledge. You have to earn it.
All right. I got it. I got an idea. I was like walking up those
Well,
stairs.
please proceed.
You... Like your boy out there, he sort of like pointed out that page in there with the Odin and the that was what I was.
Yes, the father of the meddling little ones.
Yeah.
Around your world.
Yeah, I got an idea.
The petulant children of our old lands.
Yeah. I seem to recall one of my associates mentioned something about meeting Odin. I think I might have to sort of get out of him where, maybe track him down. But I got an idea. An idea for expanding our little cadre here. That'd earn me a couple of brownie points in this little...
And this was... If you could ever see an ancient old god gleeful, this would be about the closest you've probably seen. If that's the case,
I'm picturing there's a huge height discrepancy between me and him.
Oh yeah, you're 6 foot. This guy is 20.
Because I'm sort of picturing the arm around the shoulder, picture it.
It's the Woody Buzz thing.
Yeah.
But he's actually roll me a perception.
11.
You see in the astrolabe there is a couple of within the material plane there is a couple of rotating planets, and on one of them you briefly feel like you see this hooded being just standing like big enough to be able to see on a tiny little planet in an astrolabe. You can see this hooded person standing on this planet in just this sickly yellow robe. The where the face would be, you just see just darkness within that space, but the yellow just calls out.
What's that? What is it?
If you want to roll investigation.
I do. I'll guidance it. 26.
26.
Who wants to help me in the world?
He already gave you the Feywilds.
There's a little bit of the Feywilds.
Just a little fragment of it.
Get your own Norse god.
I'm going to.
Shit.
So, as you sort of focus in on this one, remember his name. sort of looking in on this visage on top of on this character on the astrolabe, and you hear this whispering in the back of your mind, and this whisper is like, "Say it, say it, say my name, say it, think it."
Who is it? Who is it?
You are sort of like enthralled at this point. You are actually roll me a wisdom save.
You mind who this?
No.
You don't realize it, but you have just stopped talking to the librarian, and you are just focused keenly on this thing and just staring. Like if there's a third person in the room, they see you just like blindly staring upwards, and the librarian just sort of looks at you and then looks up towards the astrolabe, and then just backhands you.
Oh.
And he's like, "No! You will not think of that name. That name is death, and everything that thinks it is destroyed.
I don't actually.
Don't
I don't actually
don't
know.
even
I don't
purge it
actually
from
know
your
what the
mind.
name is. I just
purge it, every thought of that from your mind now."
I don't actually know what he's talking about. This is one of those things where it's like, stop thinking of pink elephants. It's like, no, fucker, I'm thinking about pink elephants now.
You stop and try and
Think
try
of
and
it.
sort of think about what he's talking about, and just cannot for the life of you think of what you were even considering a moment ago. Like, it's one of those moments where you just completely lose your train of thought and cannot remember for the life of you what you were just thinking about.
Weird. Anyway,
And then the quickest flash, the ever most quickest flash of a creature inside your brain that is illuminated from behind just by this sickly light, and it is multiple sort of tendrilled heads. Like each head is sort of moving a little bit like a hydra kind of ish, but it is like each of these sort of tendrils are much thicker, and they each of them end with just like this gaping maw that of teeth that kind of look like an anglerfish but more savage. There is no obvious eyes at that point, but the entire where the body of a hydra would be is just this sea of eyes, and they're all focused on you. And then the image fades.
oh, I don't like that. I'm used to having bad shit inside my head, and I don't like that at all.
You stared too long upon it.
Well,
You-
yeah, this the nuns in the orphanage said I'd go blind, but that didn't happen.
You stared too long into the void.
Yeah,
And the obvious joke is going to come in that the void fucking stared back.
no, yeah,
Yeah,
that's how voids work. I get it.
I need you to focus. I need you to focus on. I'm going to give you this.
Ooh,
My name. My true name
it's Teddy.
is. And then it just cuts off. Like you sort of lose consciousness.
Damn
Nebuchadnezzar?
Nebuchadnezzar.
Nance?
And you wake up.
Am I covered in a sticky goo?
No.
Oh.
You are laid down on a table. You can hear the sound of waves hitting against the shore. Overhead, you can see basically the shapes that looks like driftwood and large bones that have been weaved over and warped into a domed ceiling. This room is that chamber that you first saw Benson when you scryed on him. And Benson is there next to you and is like, he told you.
I didn't. I don't think he did.
Look, you've managed it. You've been asleep for a while.
Cool. I've been pretty tired lately.
A little wine.
Try and say his name.
Nah, it's not there.
I'll give you to roll a wisdom check. This is not a save, this is a check. You try it, and you get this sort of N sound, and then your tongue sort of like locks up and jams and fills your entire mouth, and you sort of to the point where your tongue starts to like get that sort of crampy feeling.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling.
And you
What?
They just fist bumped.
But yeah, you cannot seem to like that. This name is almost literally on the tip of your tongue.
I'll get it eventually. It's
I should hope you do.
yeah.
He's bestowed upon you his name.
It's pretty cool.
If you can harness that, you'll probably be the greatest among us.
I mean, I'm already the greatest among us. Don't fucking trip, alright? I killed you once already. I killed fucking Undying once already. Like,
What do you mean killed me?
the drowning thing.
As far as I'm concerned, you saved me.
Well, alright. But, like there was a clear winner from that engagement. Let's be clear about this.
But you need to get back to your works.
Yes.
I will have
my works.
I'll have some of my troops escort you to the edge,
Cool.
and half a dozen fish folk move on in and sort of stand at attention. And he just looks at them and just cocks his head slightly and just you now know what you look like when you're telepathically talking to people. And it's sort of like you soft focus and your head tilts slightly, and you almost like mouth the words, but you don't. But you know you're talking to something. You now know what it looks like
Alright.
because he's doing exactly that.
I look like an asshole, is what he's saying.
And they
believe we
fall
told
off
you that,
around
though.
you and
Yeah,
just start
sorry.
walking along with you and walking you up the shoreline, up into the early streets of occupied Gesserit, and march you past like series of old buildings. You walk past roll your perception.
The 30-second sewer gate.
Good one. 17.
You walk past a section which it looks like a weirdly like stone crypt. Which is a weird look in a street, but above it says like sewer access 32. Thank you. And you, as you're walking along, you just see the occasional like ball bearing just like wedged into some of the silty road.
As we're getting like closer to the like away from the thing, I'm like, hold up. Like I'll like go to one of the guys. Can I get that spear? Can you just
And
give
it's
me
like,
that? Borrow it for a second. Fucking forget about it. I'll get the dagger
at this point, you
out of
hear
my.
the sound of church bells ringing heavy.
All right. I'll get the dagger that I picked up from the sorcerer. The thing. This is gonna... And I plunge it into my stomach.
Oh god, ouch. 7 points of damage.
Attack roll. 1. Oh no!
Whoops! Flings fire.
One of the other fish
God
balls.
damn it.
Or I guess doing that,
Things.
that's like you hit a extremely vital organ.
It's like a... where am I?
You have
I shouldn't have done that with the knife already in me.
2 minutes to find a cure light potion.
Okay, so you basically have a decent, like, knife wound in your side. You've basically just hit the muscle and the fat layer on the side,
Yeah.
but nothing. You've not pierced the sort of the abdominal wall.
Yeah. I'm like, you. Just give me a good one on the cheek. Just... No, let's just do it. Don't be a pussy. I'll telepathically say, just punch me in the face.
And the one that you're talking to just sort of stands there looking at you, and then you feel the like searing pain of a punch to the side that's come from one of the guys off to your left.
Alright, cool. I got like a shiner sort
Yeah.
of thing on. Cool. Like it's like
Another 2 points.
yeah.
You guys
Never
hear the ringing of church bells. It is not a church service announcement. This is quite clearly the alarm bells. This is the distraction, the signal for a distraction. To the west of you, east of you, I have to think about my directions there. You hear the sounds of like war cries and basically a platoon goading.
Yeah.
And basically making as much noise as possible. But yeah, the distraction has started.
Stick together, follow me!
At this point here, any stealth is gone. This is
What's a
literally
twist?
running. You guys,
I've got we're like Die Hard 3, we're gonna try a new fire escape drill here.
but yeah, you guys are basically like running through the streets. At a point, you see a couple of squads of fishman scouting patrols turning and basically taking up defensive stances versus an advancing group of hammerheads.
Wunderbar.
They're sort of engaged. You know, the flanks have the two sort of sides of this battle have engaged. You guys are approaching from the rear of the fish folk. Essentially, this is a pincer. The able-bodied of the civilianry basically charge in and start attacking the fish folk from the rear. And just, this is an easily won battle. Like, I'm not even gonna. I know we want to roll some dice for combat and everything like that, but this is not the situation where we need to do that.
No, it's fine. It's fine, just pack my dice away.
Can I just like set a thunder wave into the fish folk from behind?
You sure can do that?
Excellent.
Like, if you want to blow skills and stuff like that for effect, do it.
I have 3 charges on the Arcanist star, so I
That's
might as
fine,
well.
you can do it.
Yeah, just
I'm not stopping you. Leland, you hear this battle. You hear the sounds of
you're gonna hear the thunder
battles. You hear the sound of bells. You hear the sounds of war cries. You soon after hear the telltale sound of a very silent silent monk, making a big fucking sound.
Well, I'll head towards that.
At this, your escort peels off because
Yep.
they are not following you into that.
Cowards.
I'll Cisco to bridge these guys.
I
I
understood
will.
that reference.
Yeah. I will. What's the word? Guidance myself.
Yep.
And I will say, I got attacked, guys. I managed to teleport out of there, though. I'm pretty fucked up.
I thought you were on another plane.
That was the teleporty thing. It's complicated wizard stuff. Do you want me to roll a deception?
Yeah.
Well, that's better. 29.
Oh. What do you do against?
I'm going to say insight if you actually doubt that.
I teleported out of
can't beat
danger.
29 regardless of what
That's
I
what
roll.
I do.
It is what you do.
7, 14. Yeah, no.
Oh,
Makes sense to me.
Seems,
I'm a powerful
seems
wizard. I know
reasonable.
how these things work.
You got neither of those things.
And I don't know anything.
Right, that's a 20. So close.
So yeah, you are essentially like you've given that has been bought by Puppet, and you have
We
got
are
the,
at this location.
which is exactly the direction where all that fucking noise.
We're
is
killing fish folk.
Yeah, I'm in a bit of a bad way. I'll try and make it over there.
Take your time.
I believe in you. I have faith
I've got
in
about
you.
10 minutes left to live. I'll see you in 15 minutes.
See you in hell.
See, we just sat down to a cup
Yeah,
of
you.
tea.
I'm assuming you make your way pretty much straight towards.
Still got a dagger in my stomach.
Well, now there's your problem.
You got one of those knifey things in you.
I know that I've given many people knives
Can-
today.
Out of curiosity, could I do a perception check to see if I've seen that dagger before? Does it be now?
There would be an investigation roll, but it'd also be a case of
Obviously, I don't think now's the right time in the middle of combat anyway.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Well,
that's
let's,
not like a
let's say
that's not like
probably not. The combat, I think, would at this point would be by the time he gets there,
that's what I thought.
you're
Like,
mopping up,
yeah, so I thought like, yeah, just
Okay.
like a
and
quick-
the effect has been done. There's enough time basically to whisk the non-combatant civilians out of the way, and then sort of expeditiously retreat.
I need help. I'm bleeding.
you got a dagger in you.
I got a dagger in me.
Shouldn't be there.
I pull the dagger out of him.
Ah!
I cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, that's nice.
Now that the dagger's out, can I do a perception check to see if I've had the dagger before?
Oh, I'm keeping the dagger.
Yeah, but it's... Okay, I've got like 50, I've got daggers are us over here, I don't care.
7. You get 7 hit points.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. Oh, probably not. 17.
Honestly, it looks like a bit
Cool.
of sharpened coral.
That's just
Yeah,
like-
basically, you
just
can
a
see
quick
like a
thing,
coral,
like
like a coral lump, which is basically just got like a couple of like sections coming off to the side, and then like the central
Yeah, it looks
stalk
like
of it has just been like ground down to a
It's like a
sharpened-
fish person dagger.
See,
Yeah.
the thing about Leland is he act very dumb, but he really very smart.
Oh, he's delirious.
Oh,
Get the carpet.
he's gone.
Lie down.
People
Lie down
say
on the
I know
carpet.
fuck nothing, but I know fuck all.
And that's a good time to end this.
I'm pretty sure that's from the castle, or at least something from that era.
I'm trying to remember, like,
Might be Wog Boy.
maybe it is Wog
I think
Boy.
it's Wog Boy.
So I think the cuts are that much.
I think it's Wog Boy.
Swearing, yeah.
So after that, lying there in the, basking in my cure wounds, I'm like, you think we're gonna get a gold coin for this one, guys?
Maybe it's silver.
Yeah, there's
Cool.
only like 30 people.
Cool.
But to get it, you'd have to get up and get going. Still kind of like pretty close to bad spots here.
Carry me, carry me.
With that, you guys, with the escort of a platoon of hammerheads, you guys are basically back into safe territory.
Yeah.
It's essentially not occupied territory, and can make your way back to the base.
See, killing fish people's easy when you like go where they live and you stab them a bunch.
Yeah.
Should try it out.
Just sneak in behind.
But with that, we'll leave it for tonight.
Thank you for listening to Heimdall's Watch. If you have any questions, or, if you need us to, pick you up from the airport to help you move, you can contact us on email at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com. Or contact us at Isolated City Gaming on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, or YouTube. And, or if you just want to talk,